Hello everyone, welcome to Tinkering with Terrius. So I have some more mail here. I figured I'd make another mail goodies video. You can see there's two boxes here. Got an absurdly large Amazon Prime box here. I'm going to open that one first because it's taking up a ridiculous amount of space. I have a strange feeling that the contents of this box are not going to justify this ridiculous size. Let's find out. Wow, okay, that's a lot heavier than I was expecting. Other side. So first up is the Snowball microphone by Blue. So I got this microphone just to make life a little bit easier. I'm going to try using it with my laptop to record all of the audio for the videos, rather than using my cell phone to record the audio. Should make it more consistent between the different videos, whether I'm zoomed in with using the cell phone to take the image, or if I'm using a larger image like the DSLR produces. Open it up. I always do like a box inside of a box, I guess. I'd like to point out this was supposed to be Amazon hassle-free packaging. Clearly they have different definition of hassle-free than I do. Okay, so that's pretty nice. The actual stand here, except for the little chrome piece, everything else is all solid metal. So there's the entire contents of the box. So there we have it. The Blue Snowball microphone. Now of course this video is going to still be recorded audio-wise on my cell phone because I hadn't opened the box yet. But that should be a handy little addition. So this is basically a cheap Chinese Arduino kit. It is the Elegoo Super Kit, or something like that. This kit is actually really heavy. And comes in a nice kit here. So this is the disc it comes with. It says it comes with a PDF and code libraries. It should have a tutorial, kind of a bunch of different projects you can do with it. Oh, look at that. They give me a thank you card. How nice. I bet that comes in every single one of these. Yeah, it basically just says review us on Amazon. Okay, so a little closer now, make it a little easier to see. So we got the Super Starter Kit, Uno R3 project. And inside the kit we have a solderless breadboard. So now I have two of these solderless breadboards. It looks almost identical to my other one. And it even has the nasty tape on the bottom. Still not quite sure why you would want double-sided sticky tape on the bottom of those, but eh. It's got another handful of breadboard jumpers. For the solderless breadboard. Wow, there's so much stuff in here. Breadboard power supply. So this is almost identical to the other kit with the breadboard and power supply that I got. This one has a little green light. Fancy. Instead of a little red light. I don't know, I kind of like red lights for power lights. what to go after next. Wow. Comes with a little 5-volt relay. A little 5-volt relay. A little board with an IC of some sort on it. So this is the Uno it came with. So this Uno actually uses the dip chip, very standard Uno. Lots of little ICs and piezos and LEDs. A couple of photo sensors and some buttons and some diodes. Joystick module. That's neat. That's really cool. Ultrasonic sensor. Run a 9-volt battery in here. Stepper motor. Oh, I'm running out of room. The USB cable. This is an LCD display. That is very neat that it came with an LCD. A little DHT11. Ooh. This is very handy. It is a 9-volt battery to barrel adapter. This looks like it's a little infrared module. Wow. They weren't kidding when they said this was the super starter kit. Regular DC motor. And a little micro servo. And it, of course, comes with mixed, various and assorted resistors. A remote control. So I assume that's for the infrared module. Some 8-segment display. It's 4 in 1, and then a single 8-segment display. 8-segment displays or 7-segment displays? Yeah. There's 8 things on them, so I'm going to say 8. A little 10K potentiometer. And finally, some female to male solderless breadboard jumpers. But wait, there's more. Comes with a breadboard shield and a little mini breadboard. There we are. Oodles of goodie in that box. Now it makes complete sense why it was so bloody heavy. Final item for the mail goodies. It's a little box from China. China. That says power module. I'm pretty sure it's not a power module. Piece of static resistant foam. PCB. Little knob. And a bag full of components. So this is a component tester. Super exciting. All these little components everywhere. Okay. So that should be a fun project. So I wanted to take a look at some of the items that came with the Arduino kit there. Some of the more interesting parts. So first up we have the Arduino Uno itself. So of course it is an Arduino Uno R3. It does have the little light attached to pin 13. It's actually positioned in the same place as on a genuine Arduino, so that's kind of handy. In the other Arduino I have here, the light is way off down at the bottom. Doesn't match up with the... So the actual chip they're using, instead of using a quad flat pack chip, they're using a dip chip. See the on light over here. Transmit and receive lights. There's an interesting blank little pad right here where it looks like something could have gone. RST on. Interesting. The sides are labeled, so that is actually really cool. That's another thing the other Arduino I have, the other Uno, does not have the labels on the side. And that is actually really cool, because when the Arduino is sitting on its side, it means you can actually see what pins you're connecting to, instead of having to just stare at the board. So the Elegoo Arduino Unos seem pretty good. I like it. So next up we have this little thing. Now the guide calls it the Prototype Expansion Board. Now at first I thought the actual little breadboard was attached, but it's not. You can put the little breadboard on top, set up your circuit however you want it to be, try it out, and then once you have it how you wanted it, you can actually attach it right to the board. So the inside of this has a ground and 5-volt rail, and there's a 5-volt rail at the top and a ground at the bottom. And then tons of little through-hole connectors. It is a shield, so of course you can plug it right into the Uno. The interesting thing is the shield on top, though, does not line up. So I'm not sure how another shield would stack on top of this, because the pins are in the wrong place. At least I think they're in the wrong place. I don't know, I don't have another shield to try with that. It's a very neat little board. I can see it coming in handy. I'm not sure exactly what I'd use it for yet, but I'm sure I'll find something. And I'm sure the guide has some sort of use for it. So next up here we have the breadboard power supply. It's almost identical to the other one I have here. I'd say this one is definitely higher quality, so that's nice. It has a green LED instead of a red one, so that's kind of disappointing. I would much rather have the red LED. I find green is a lot more hard on the eyes. But same identical to ICs here, the regulators. The board isn't actually labeled to say how much power it can take in, but I've tried it with the 9-volt battery and nothing exploded, so that was good. And this board, the ground plane on this board is doing this weird, I don't know if you can see it very well, this weird pattern, and there's vias all through it. So if any of you know exactly why they use this pattern, that would be cool information to learn. I was thinking it could possibly be heat distribution, maybe, because the actual heat sinks are attached directly to the ground plane. So essentially this whole board becomes a heat sink for those chips. I don't know, what do you think? Leave an answer down in the comment section below if you know exactly why they do that. If I'm even close. Doesn't have any bad solder joints or anything on it, so it's way better than the other one I had. There is some residue from the flux in places, but... And then we have this module. So this is the ultrasonic sensor. It's very neat. Has a little crystal here. I don't know what any of these chips are. These two chips here are blank. They don't have any information on them. Lots of little resistors and capacitors. And this chip does have a tag. See if I can't macro shot that. It's very interesting. I'm sure there's a really cool project for that module. Next up we got this little guy. So this is the stepper motor driver. Now I haven't actually looked at the PDF yet and read about any of the components here. But this is a very interesting little board, so very minimalist. Looks like it has 4 channels. It's got an A, B, C, and D. Maybe. I don't know much about these stepper motors or the boards that drive them. I haven't done much with it yet. I'm sure I will find out lots about it through this Arduino kit. Precise traces there. It was just kind of neat. Wanted to show you that. Now it does come with this little tiny chip. So it's a 74HC595. It's a shift register. The LCD screen. Of course, there's two potted chips, but you look up this part number and it brings up the open source specification for it with all the information about everything on here. Even tells you what these two chips are, so they're not hiding these. I imagine it was just a lot cheaper for them to use the potted blobs. So it's a 16 by 2 LCD. And it also comes with a little joystick. Now I imagine there will be a circuit that will connect this to the stepper motor or to one of the other motors so that you can kind of play with that. I'll be honest, I never realized just how simple a joystick was. There's essentially two potentiometers that read the x-axis and the y-axis. And then there's a little button under one of the pins that extends out from the potentiometer. Movement. So when you move on the one axis, that one turns. Move on the other axis, that one turns. When you press the joystick, it just presses in that switch. This is cool. I also wanted to show the little tester kit. So I got this little kit from eBay, and I got this little kit because it is the same one that Tinkertime Electronics has. Now if you don't know, Tinkertime Electronics is another YouTube channel here. It's one that I've subscribed to since it came out. It's really cool. It's actually what inspired me to start up my own channel. It's way further along than my channel. I think he's up to 36 or 37 subscribers now, so congratulations there, Tinkertime. Now he warned me. He said there's a couple SMD parts on here that are going to be tricky. They're very small. And I thought, yeah, well, it's SMD, of course it's very small. I kind of underestimated just how small it is, or just really had no idea. So on the board here, you can actually see, if I zoom in here and make it easier for you to see, on the board here you can see the SMD locations. There's one here, there's a little one here, and there's this absolutely tiny little 6-pin chip. Yeah, that's a tiny little 6-pin chip. So I'm not really sure what exactly these parts are, but I do have the little chip here. Let's see if I can get it in focus. So it is absolutely tiny. Wow. It's going to be fun. It's going to be exciting. Or terrible. It's probably going to be terrible. Okay. Yeah, it's basically that's everything. The LCD is here. I don't actually have the pin soldered to the LCD thing yet. I just wanted to attach it to the static resistant foam here. I also popped the chip into the static resistant foam because that was just taped to the connector and it was just all loosey-goosey in the bag there. Don't like that, because you know static is a microcontroller's best friend, right? Yeah, no. And then there's all of those parts and all of those. That little ziff and that. So that's going to be a really quite neat little build. I don't know how I'm going to film that yet still. thinking maybe just do an episode dedicated to it. Don't think a live stream would necessarily be the greatest idea. So another idea I've been toying with now that I have this Arduino starter kit was doing an Arduino series. I don't know if any of my current viewers there would be interested in that. One thing I learned is that one of the best ways to cement knowledge of something isn't just doing it, but it's trying to teach it to somebody else. So I think that doing a little Arduino Basics series or Arduino series would probably help with cementing the knowledge. I don't know, what do you guys think? If you have any ideas towards that as well, feel free to leave it in the comments below. So I've got lots of stuff now to play with. Now, I am recording this on the new blue microphone. I don't know how well it's going to turn out. I'm hoping it's pretty decent. The waveform looks a lot cleaner than normal. Okay, so that's about it. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Tinkering with Terrius. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the section below or email me or tweet me. I love to hear feedback and will do my best to reply to any questions or comments that I get sent. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you dislike this video, please give it a thumbs down. If you want to share this video, you're more than welcome to. If you want to subscribe to my channel, click on the gears in the middle. If you want to see some more of my videos, there should be a couple popping up on the screen here now. The one on the left is recommended specifically for you by the YouTube algorithms, and the one on the right will be my most recent video. Thank you for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day.